Hey friends, it's so nice to see you. It's me, Christiana Gaudet, your Tarot Fairy Godmother. It's Saturday. That means it's time for my favorite live of the week, the Saturday Psychic Sampler. This is where you ask specific questions and I give you specific answers. My favorite question for this is not going to be, what does the universe want me to know? My favorite question is going to have details and maybe just a little bit of drama. So let's do it. I will take these in the order in which I see them. Of course, a special shout out to all the members and the moderators. Appreciate all of you. So let's get going. As you can see, I'm working with my beloved Lightseer Tarot. You may have noticed that I did tarot scopes this year with Lightseers as well. And you can get those tarot scopes right here on this channel or on TikTok. I just got them all uploaded to TikTok as well. Christiana Gaudet Tarot on TikTok, just like here on YouTube. Okay, I will take these in the order in which I see them. And I can see that some of the earlier ones did disappear. That's a YouTube thing. There's nothing I can do about it. So I'll take the ones I see. But if you were here early, trying to get in ahead, it may not have worked for you. I'm so sorry. All right. First up, Jeannie Mnuchin, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. My question is about whether there is a spiritual reason that I have lived such a solitary life, and what can I do to attract more friends? Is being alone just part of my nature? Any insight is welcome. All right, and Jeannie, again, thank you for being here, and thanks for being a member. All right, so what is the deal here? I do not think that it is in your nature to be solitary, but it is also in your nature to not, like, you know how they say the masses are asses? It is in your nature to kind of see that. And so it's not so much that you're not everybody's cup of tea, it's that not everybody is your cup of tea. And so because of that, I think it's harder to cultivate friends and to cultivate relationships. But I don't think it's anything wrong with you, and I don't think that there's any sense of spiritual destiny. I think it's harder to meet people that you really want to spend time with because your time has always been super valuable and you've never had time that you just wanted to spend doing stupid stuff. And if you hang out with stupid people, you're going to do stupid stuff. And you don't want to do stupid stuff. So that's what I think it's about. Does that make sense? I think it's just you have to spend more time finding the needles in the haystack that are the people that you really enjoy and really want to spend time with. All right. Next up, Claire C. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being here today. Is there anything I should know about my upcoming vacation to Costa Rica, other than the fact that we all really wish you well, and we're all probably just a little bit jelly, just a little bit. What else should you know about that? As you well know, because you've traveled enough to know this, and I know you know this, things don't always go the way we plan them. And there will be some things here, as per usual, that are not as planned. So basically, go, expect the unexpected, be prepared for the adventure. And I don't think anything really bad is going to happen, but I also think that the unexpected will happen as per usual. All right. Have a good time one way or the other. A table for one. Thanks for being here, Diana. Glad you're here. Thanks for being a member. I share part of a huge yard with my neighbor, and last night we had an intruder on the property at 4 a.m. Oh, no. And she, I think being the neighbor, has been hearing a lot of noises at night before this, and I think I have also. What is going on and when will this be resolved? Oh my goodness gracious, what is going on? It may not be anyone or anything with nefarious intention, but there's definitely, I mean, it may just be like people, it could be partying people, it could be homeless people, it could be a lot of things. Again, I don't think it's anything nefarious particularly. What should you do about it? I think right now you need to be vigilant. You might need to talk to local law enforcement. Again, I don't think it's anything dangerous, but it might need to be something that you're going to need to get stopped. And so keep an eye, be vigilant, and maybe talk to law enforcement. Okay, Trey Cameron, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. How do I find the motivation to move forward? Why should I? Any insight from spirit would be helpful. Yeah, I mean, I think we all need that sometimes. You know, sometimes motivation is not just inherent, right? So how do you find that motivation? You know, the thing with you, Trey, is you go in cycles. There are times you're very motivated and times you're not. If you were female, I might tie that to some body cycles. Maybe you have body cycles too. I mean, men do. That we just don't have ways of marking it as easily as we do with women. So I would say pay attention to whatever cycles you're going through, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and recognize that you go through a cycle that is highly motivated, and then you go through a cycle that is not highly motivated. And when you're going through that psychic, I said psychic, but I meant cycle. But I always wonder when I misspeak, I wonder how Freudian it is, right? When you are going through that cycle that takes you into non-motivation, I think it's because in those moments you're dealing with other things. You're dealing with things that maybe are a little harder, maybe relationship things, maybe understanding the past, putting closure to the past, feeling abandoned, letting go of things. And so when you're not motivated, it's because you're working on other stuff. And if you need that time to work on that other stuff, great. If not, if you're just like focused on that other stuff and it's not serving you, then you need to figure out what you need to do about that. That was probably way longer than you needed, but I hope it was helpful. Did you notice all those major arcana cards, by the way? Hey, Smile Soul 20, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay, Liz Harrison, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Yours is the next question. And I just want to interrupt real quickly and say thank you to Janine Barnes for the super sticker. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. So, Liz, thank you for being a member. Thanks for being here. Should I go back to yoga teacher training in September with Denise for a recert? Like, it's never bad to go to a yoga teacher training, and it's never bad to get a recert, but I don't know, like, is it necessary? Like, if you don't have anything better to do, I suppose, sure. And should you take Ryan's Reiki course that begins in October? I mean, none of these are bad things, you know, none of them are going to hurt you. They're all helpful, but I sort of feel like you're in this place where you already have a lot of knowledge. Maybe you already have some I know you already have some certifications. And I'm not saying you should never get more certifications or more knowledge. I'm just saying, like, I wonder if you're in that space of learning more than doing. And learning is really good, but I think there needs to be some doing as well. So see how that fits in. Again, none of those are bad, but none of them are like, oh yes, you must do this. This is what you need. I don't think you need any of that. But if you want it, you can do it, certainly. Does that make sense? All right, let's see who's next. Ashley, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I would like to know if I will be approved for a new apartment in the next week or two. It will happen. It will happen. Will it happen in the next week or two? I'm not sure. I feel like it could take longer. Oh, Chang, I haven't seen you in a million years, and now I'm so happy to be seeing you. And here you are coming in and giving me a super sticker. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Madiha Ness, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. A very light and fluffy question today. That's fabulous. Should you go to the party tomorrow? You're feeling too lazy. Well, let's see. If you go, if you don't go. If you go, it's not bad. It's fine. But it does sort of feel like work. And if you don't go, there's some other things you might want to do that would be more fun, that you would enjoy more. So you're allowed to do either. Either is fine. But I lean toward don't go. And don't even make it be about laziness. Make it be about, I want this time for me. I've got other things I want to do. All right, Nalini Kalu, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members only emojis. Will I get a better job soon? And before I answer that, I just want to say a huge thank you to Justine. Justine is a member and a moderator and just helped out with a super sticker. So thank you so much for that. So appreciated. All right. Nalini, we're finding you a better job. Let's see. Will you get a better job soon? Yeah, you will. And it may not be, it's still not going to be like the job you really want, but it'll be better than what you have. So we're climbing the ladder slowly, but we're getting somewhere. So yes. Bella Luna, hi, thanks for being here. When will the family drama resolve? And like my question is, and what is your role in it? Like that's where I want to go too, right? When will it resolve? Does it ever really resolve? I don't feel like this is an isolated family drama, like everything's fine, and now there's drama. I think there's, whether you admit it or not, whether you see it or not, whether other people admit it or not, whether other people see it or not, there has always been family drama, and it will never resolve. We're just seeing, like what you're seeing now is sort of tip of the iceberg stuff. And so, and from this, will you ever go back to the way it was before? No, this is not about resolving a drama. This is about seeing things the way they always have been, but seeing them for the first time the way they always have been. And so you're not looking for resolution, you're looking for understanding. That's the key. That's what it's going to take. Good luck. Good luck. This is not easy. Claire, yes, I remember you got COVID last year, and then when you were traveling out west, we had the hurricane here, and your house was imperiled. So yeah, I do. I remember. Hopefully that won't happen this year. But I don't know. I don't know, Claire, how much of that reading, which you saw yourself, was not like all sunshine and rainbows. I don't know how much of that was a reflection of what happened last year and just you going back remembering that, or how much is the idea that some other weird thing could happen this year. But again, weird, not terrible. That's how I would see it. All right. Allie Mammon, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Two-part question, sure. Will the spirits and universe tell me what is blocking me from actively opening my psychic senses, and how do I undo the block and be open to everything psychic and spiritual? So I think that's so interesting because, how do we know that you are in fact blocked from actively opening your psychic senses? Like, I feel like it's the wrong question in a way. I feel like the way you're seeing it may not be serving you. The idea that you could have more knowledge, more information, and you're somehow being blocked, I just don't think that's helpful for you or anyone. I don't think that I don't think that's how it works, really. What could you do to feel like you had more, sort of connection, universal flow, access to knowledge? I think it's about just being confident in yourself And like, it's a you thing. It's not a universe thing. It's not, like, in a weird way, it's not a spiritual thing at all. I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but like when I smell things with my nose, is that a spiritual thing? Not really. When I hear things with my ears, is that a spiritual thing? Not really. So when we talk about psychic stuff, which really is just another sense, I feel like we sort of over-spiritualize it. And when over-spiritualizing it, it gets more difficult. So I would just sort of breathe, check in, what am I feeling, what do I know, and take it like that and recognize that unlike seeing and hearing and speaking, for most of us, even those of us who are professional, it takes a lifetime of study, of observation, to get to a place where we feel like we do have access to all of that. So, there are some people who just walk around like really very, very super psychic or super mediumistic. Most of them don't have good lives. They usually end up in like jail or dead or in psychiatric hospitals because, that level of psychism is a handicap in our world. So I would sort of say, just get used to, like, work on your root chakra, being confident, being grounded. And in that groundedness, then just start to breathe and check in with, what are you seeing? What are you feeling? What's going on? And journal it, write it down, write it all down, and then go back and see what truth is there. Work with tools like tarot if you like, and do the same thing. I think journaling, honestly, probably the very best tool for psychic development that I can think of is journaling, honestly, because it's observation, observing what you're feeling, asking your questions and recording them, observing your answers and recording them, and then observing what happened and go back to all of that. So that's what I think there. There you go. So, and Trey, do you think that's why you misslipped the psychic thing with me? What you're talking about makes sense. I've felt kind of crazy lately, and I think it's part of my psychic abilities, right? Plus all those majors. Well, there's a thin line between psychic and psychotic, my friends. And, some of that is real. Like, most people who do tend to have a lot of psychic ability going on, and people who are interested in that and lean into that, a lot of us also suffer with anxiety, depression, all of that. Then you get into the psychosis piece, though, schizophrenia, that kind of thing. We don't know, how much, when someone's in that space, how much of what's going on for them is psychic, how much is medical, I don't know. But I know that, like, people who are in active schizophrenic episodes, I can't read for them. I won't read for them. Because their ability to kind of understand what is real in our three-dimensional world and what is not is very skewed. So yeah, I would definitely take that slip of mine, Trey, in a real way. Absolutely. And people who are naturally more psychic, some of that may be by function of childhood abuse, quite frankly, that not in my case, but in some cases. Some of that may be genetic or whatever. But if that is the case, we're very likely to have other kinds of issues coping. So that's a real thing too. So, and we should probably do some talks, between Ali Mammon's question and your question, Trey. I mean, there's a lot of questions about psychism. We should probably in the next few months do some classes on that. Adrija, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Hang on, I just overscrolled. I'm coming back to you. Wait for me. I'm coming back to you. There you are. No, I lost you. There you are. Can you pull some cards on me and H? Do you see him trying to reach out to me? And the girl I'm thinking of, is she his ex? What's going on there? Let's take a look. We'll see. Okay. So, Do I see him reaching out to you? I think he probably could. I think it's possible. The girl that you're thinking about, let's see, is the girl you're thinking about his ex or someone else? Probably his ex. Yeah. And what's going on with him and his ex? I mean, there's been issues in his own mind and heart about that, but I don't know. Like, I'll be interested in speaking with you and sort of trying to figure out, I know we have a plan to do that, figuring out what's going on here, because it is really convoluted and difficult. So we will talk tomorrow. But I do feel like when we look at what's going on with this person, I think he still has interest in you, but I'm not sure you should have interest in him at this point. So we'll talk tomorrow. Hey, Julie, how you doing? I am well. Thanks for being here. Next up, Maria Baresi. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Job interview on Monday for an evening position you're interested in. So, I think the interview will go well. I'm not worried about that. Do I think it's a good job for you? I think it's a job you could do. I think it would be fine. I think it'd be fine for now, not forever, for now. Do I think you'll end up getting the job? 50-50? I'm leaning toward yes, though. I'm leaning toward you are likely to get the job. And, for the interview, like I have no particular advice for the interview. It's fine. I would just say this is a fairly chaotic place to work. I just want you to know that. All right, Jenny, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. We appreciate you. Will a new paying project job offer, will a new paying project job offer come my direction in September? I feel like you're kind of working behind the scenes, either magically or networking or both, to try to make that happen. And I'm thinking you will be successful at doing this. I think so, yeah. Kanchan Verma, so nice to see you. My mother and father, both sides of the families are toxic in their own way. Fabulous. We could probably say that about a lot of families, but yeah, fabulous. I don't find anybody making relations with, although there are many cousins, sisters, and brothers who like me. So you're looking for cards for like both sides of the family. I don't feel anyone worthy enough to interact with, as I don't like gossip and judgments on people. So mother's side of the family, they keep secrets and they can say things that make you feel bad, and they do that to each other. They say things to make each other feel bad. Father's side of the family, they have their own issues around emotional immaturity that I think can be concerning. But, all of this, it's really just generational trauma. That's just some generational trauma. Like, no one means to be bad. And the interesting thing is, like, why were you born with the gift that you can see it? Why can you see it? Because they can't see it. And I think you have to recognize that you might just be more evolved because you can see it. You can see what they can't see. So you have to be patient with the fact that they are the way they are, but you also have to have good boundaries because you're not like that. You're different than that. And so by being able to see that they are how they are, this naturally lets us know that on some emotional level, you are a next evolution. So that means that on one level you have to protect yourself, on another level you have to have patience, and on another level you have to have some compassion. But that doesn't mean get caught up in the crap. Okay, Michelle F., so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I appreciate you. I'm promoting my upcoming burlesque show. So exciting. What else should I be doing to make this show a wonderful success? I mean, you can never promote too much, right? You know, just when you thought you've promoted enough, you can always promote more. I think energetically, just really being excited about it. This is an accomplishment. This is a really big deal. And I want to make sure that you have involved members of the press, social media influencers, that you've got the people there who themselves are going to be writing about it, posting about it, that kind of thing. So I think that's important too. Congratulations, it's exciting. Oh, Kanchan Verma, thank you so much for that feedback. I appreciate it. Jenny, I'm glad you are working on manifesting something successful because I think it's going to. So that's really exciting. Oh, and Janine, thank you for those kind words for Kanchan. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Okay, and yes, Melissa, thank you for being here. Melissa Grosso, your question did disappear. I am seeing it, and we'll get to it. You're coming up pretty soon. And thanks for the feedback on yesterday's reading. Okay, I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. All right. Here we go. Quinn Calharius, Renata, nice to see you. Can I trust what CG said about the MA situation? Did CG know the truth and speak the truth? Not entirely. I think that CG's intention is to speak the truth. You know, CG is not trying to spread lies or anything. But CG is speaking the truth as CG understands the truth. CG's understanding of the truth may be a little nuanced. So yes, sort of. Oh, goodness gracious. Karen Hendershot, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. We really appreciate you. Findley and I had a little accident. I am so sorry to hear that. I'm seeking medical care, but they're a little vague. Will I recover enough to go on vacation next month, or should I do a staycation? Wow, I am really sorry. Vacation, staycation. Here's what I think you need to do. I think they're vague because they don't know. It could go either way. So, like, don't buy tickets that aren't refundable. Like, if you can plan a vacation that if you're well enough, you can go, and if not, you can cancel, and no harm, no foul, that's the best way, because it could really go either way. And you need to be prepared for both. So if you can, to try to prepare for both without, without putting yourself in financial jeopardy, that would be the best way. Because there is a very good chance you will indeed be able to go, but it's not 100%. Okay, Morgana the Great. J and F said that F2 did something behind Bad K's back. Did he really do it? Did he do that thing? I could not say for sure. I'm not sure that really happened. I think there's a bunch of crap going on here. Janine, first of all, Janine, thanks for being here, and thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Super sticker. So you're having a hard time with your car, with money, all of that. You are going to ask a question. I'll get to the question later on, but thanks for being here, and thanks for letting me know. Okay. No definitions. Is there something I need to know about my friendship with shells? Let's see. Yeah. like different friendships are different, right? Different people are different friends are different. We have different friends that we do different things with, and we have friends that we can count on in different ways. Not every friend is your ride and die, ride or die. I guess that's the word, ride or die. Not every friend is that friend. You call on different friends for different things. And with this friendship, you want to be really specific about what is true about this friendship and what is not true about this friendship. Because this is a friendship where this person is not going to be able to be for you what you might have thought or wanted. So you have to see what you see and evaluate it look at what you see and evaluate what you see and decide that that is what you can count on. Because what you see is what you get here. All right. Oh, right. So your shadow work is to coincide with the 2 full moons. Beautiful, because we have a blue moon. That's great. Oh, Joyous Ocean, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. You're up next. Thanks for using members only emojis. I'm curious, this job at the bank, is it the right move for me? Is it going to come through or not? It's been in conversation for so long it doesn't feel real. Okay. So, chances that this job will really manifest. I mean, it's becoming frustrating and like you can't count on it, but the conversations are good to have. It's worth having the conversations. And I think it's hard because you need to be careful. You can't let them pick your brain in the conversations because you can't give them enough information that they can take what's in your brain and do it and not hire you. So in these conversations, you can't let them pick your brain. Okay? And you should sort of say, if you're hiring me to do the job, then hire me to do the job. I mean, I think you can kind of be clear about that because at some point it starts to feel like you're getting jerked around. Now, if it comes through, would it be the right job for you? Yeah, absolutely. It would be good. I mean, and it's temporary. It's a temporary job, and it would be a pain in the ass, but it would be appropriate if it comes through. It's worthwhile for the time that it would be. Even with that 3 of Swords there. It's the nature of it is a 3 of Swords thing, right? Because it's DIE, right? DEI, right? DIE spells something bad. Right, so it's diversity, equity, and inclusion. Isn't that the nature of the job? So it's a 3 of Swords job on a good day, right? And is there real will there that you should be hired for this job? There is someone there who has the real will for it and is really trying to make it happen. So there is someone there who believes it can happen. Do they believe it? Like are they delusional? That's the question, right? Can it happen? And that's the question. Yeah, it can. It can. We don't know if it will, but it can. Okay, so Melissa, thanks for being a member. Your question is along the lines of the shadow work. As part of the shadow work, you're spending time having tea with your shadow to better understand her. That is so good. I love that. She comes through as a little girl. She keeps herself small. For who she is, to have abundance, a beautiful partnership. She wants to express emotions, to ask for help, but it keeps it muffled. Hence my hyper-independence in life. You're going to make me cry. Oh my gosh, this is good work. This is really, really good work. Oh my gosh. All of that said, my question is whether my assessment of my shadow self is accurate. Well, it's making me cry, so I mean, it's kind of got to be, right? And if there's a more articulate way to describe it. I look to set a strong goal to tell the universe during this program, and I want to be as clear and as articulate as possible. So I really Melissa, I think this is perfect. I don't want to mess with this at all. I think this journey is exactly what it needs to be as you're doing it. And so the cards, spirit, me, whatever this is, giving you a huge just vote of confidence. Keep doing what you're doing. This is going to get somewhere, and then you can write a book about it and help the rest of us. I swear to goodness. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. And the one thing I would say is, as like your shadow self and your inner child are somewhat similar, which goes back to, just a lot of things we've talked about over the years around family expectations, like what they expected to get when they got you and what they got. And what they got is so much more magnificent than what they expected, but they can't deal with your magnificence. They don't know what to do with that. So all of that. Okay, and just some follow-up from Diana regarding the intruder. Yeah, I'm thinking homeless too. It doesn't seem harmful. Like, it seems like whoever it is in more trouble than you are. Do you know what I'm saying? Not that we appreciate it, but there it is. Okay, so here's the question from, did I get everyone? Yeah. Okay, Janine Barnes, thanks for being here, and thank you for the super sticker. Really appreciate it. Should I pay for repair when I get true cost after full car diagnostics, or buy a replacement car? Looking at used car from Auto Trader UK, VW Golf, Honda Jazz, Hyundai, or a Kia Rio. Okay, right. So basically, to fix the 15-year-old car or to get a new to you used car, I think you might be better off. Talk to the people who know, but you may be better off getting a new car, a new used car. May be the better thing for you at this time. Okay. Melissa, you also pulled the Five of Pentacles related to this journey, feeling left out. So right, and it was reversed in the reading. So there you go. Very good. Okay. Okay, Chang, thank you so much for being here. I've missed you. And thank you again for the super sticker. Really appreciate it. My visa needs to be extended soon in September. Will this process go well? It's been impossible to book an appointment here. Yes, and I hope to speak with you soon. It's so good to see you. So how will the process go to get you your extended visa? You're going to really have to make this a top priority. You have to really pay attention to this. It's going to be hard, and I think you'll get it, but you got to be on it. Be on it every day. It's so important. If you do that, you'll get it. But if you sort of don't and just assume it will sort itself out, it's going to be harder. So make it a top priority and it will be fine. Okay, here we go. Justine, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Thanks for being my loyal volunteer. And thank you for the super chat, really, or super sticker. Really appreciate it. Here we go. I have a close friend from the past who's coming in to visit next week. Very nice. This was one of the one-sided friendships I was referencing in Global Tarot Circle on Thursday. Did a reading on it, and it's clear that I'm carrying all the weight, but we've already made plans to hang out several times while she's here, including with a third long-lost friend from the past who I've lost touch with altogether, even though she still lives in my area. There's a lot of history involved here, but I'm basically realizing that these old ties only seem to be heartache and resentment now as I go on unacknowledged and appreciated, and my emotional support and care unreciprocated. I don't want to set fire or do anything dramatic, but I don't know how to be or how it will be being around them now that I see the truth of it. What should I do? So first of all, are you really seeing the truth? Are you really seeing the truth of it? And I think you're seeing how it's made you feel, but there's, my whole thing is, you need new friends, right? But everyone has their story, and like with these friends, like I don't think that they have like intentionally diminished or dishonored you. I think they just do their best, and their best isn't very good. So it's not like they don't value you. This is just the best they can do in valuing you, which is why I think you need new friends. But there's something great about getting together with old friends just to chill and shoot the shit, talk about old times, remember old things together, even if you're not going to see each other again for another, 3 years or whatever. So do not see this as a rekindling of an old friendship. Do not see this as something that makes incumbent on you now a level of support and care. See it as a reunion, a catching up. And that'll be beautiful. Remember the past. Have fun, and don't, like, no expectations for the future. Right? And just do it in that very light way, that it's always fun to catch up with people you haven't seen in a while. And like no expectations, and don't let them have expectations of you for the future. Does that make sense? All right. All right, the next question I see is Aria Wilson, and I just overscrolled. Here we go. Got it. Okay, message. So you have questions about your career path. And you're very specifically wondering if what your ancestors have to say about your career path. And, the ancestors just want you to be happy. And what's important to them is that you are stable, that you're well cared for, and that what you're doing is somehow helpful to society. So if that's what's happening right now, then you're good. If it's not, then they're going to want you to adjust that. All right, Teresa, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Good stuff coming in, or positives to look forward to through the rest of the summer. And again, thanks for using members-only emojis. On a spiritual, psychic level, some growth in that department, and maybe some new friends to share all of that with. So that could be kind of cool. And I know you've been avoiding romance, but romance may come to find you. So it could be new friends, new love, that kind of thing as well. So that's cool. And feedback, Justine. I usually love to say I'm an all or nothing person, and that really carries through in my relationships. So it's hard for me to hold back when I want so badly to believe these are my true friends for life. But I'm working on standing up for myself in all of my relationships right now. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing with friendships. There's the tightest inner circle, and then there's concentric circles, and then, like your friends you do this with, your friends you do that with. So yeah, not every friend is going to be your ride or die. And there it is. Julie, you're good. I see your question, and it's coming up. I'll be getting to it very soon. Very soon. You're all good. Here's this sort of psychic question from Teresa. Has anyone ever been awakened from a dream by the smell of strong smoke, but there was one? But there was none. No smoke, but the smell of smoke. Not a tarot question, just curious if anyone here has experienced this. It can be a psychic thing. It can be. It can also be medically a lack of oxygen thing. So like you definitely, if that happens and there's no other reason, check your O2. If your O2 is good, and most of us now can just check our O2, right? I mean, that's pretty easy. After COVID, we all either have a pulse ox or, we all know how to check our O2 now since COVID, right? So you check your O2, And if your O2 is good, then you start to think maybe this is psychic. It could be past life trauma. It could be psychic stuff. It could be ancestral stuff, all kinds of stuff. Do check the O2. Okay, and Jenny makes so much sense about psychic ability. Good. All right. Julie, I see you starting to come in, and here we go. Okay. Today I attended where spirituality was spoken as a topic, but I was hurt by certain things that went on there. Do I need a guru for spirituality? If yes, who is it, and when will I meet them? Or I guess it sort of trails off right there. I guess there are some kinds of spirituality where a guru is needed. So I can't, that's not the tradition I'm in. So I can't really speak to that. But when we look at, Julie, where you went today and what happened, your impression of what happened there was correct. Whatever happened there, you need something different. That's the bottom line. And, do I think that you need a guru? If you do, I don't know what for, quite frankly. I don't know what for. So, I think that you need to look at your experiences and recognize that, so often we give our spiritual leaders a pass when they create environments that aren't good for us. Let's not do that. Okay. Oh, Renata. Saturday is one of my favorite days because of your live. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Hey, Misfit, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Right, Karen, beach and sand, not great with a bad knee. So yeah, cancel at least 2 weeks in advance. That way, I think you should hedge your bet there, Karen, for sure. Leslie Jones, thanks for being here. Should I quit Pilates this month? I'm tight on money, but I don't know if it's worth the sacrifice because of my knee issue. Let's see. And obviously not a doctor. You need to do something. Remember that the Hanged Man is also the card of yoga. So, do you need to go see the person with the reformer? Do you need to do all that? I don't know. But you need to do something. You can't just quit and not replace it. Not replace it. So I think Leslie, you what you're doing, the Pilates you're doing is okay. It's fine, but I think there's other things you could do, but you got to do something and you have to be careful. Okay. That's what I thought, Julie. When will I meet my guru? Right. That's what I thought. Okay. All right. Aprilia81, nice to see you. How does Angela feel and think about me right now? I don't think it's unfriendly, but it feels confused. I think there's a confusion and a sense of distance. Confusion and distance would be the words. Chang, do I see problems with your documents? I don't see problems with your documents. I see problems with the system. So that's what you got to do. Yep. Okay, next question I see is DD. Nice to see you. Any worthwhile romantic possibilities in the foreseeable future for me? You gotta weed through a lot, you gotta weed through a lot of hay to get to a needle, let's put it that way. It's worth looking, and when you find a good one, it'll be good, but you gotta weed through a lot. All right, DH, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Should I do readings at one of the upcoming psychic fairs? Well, let's see. Yes, you should. Yes, you should. And should it be angels and guides, highest council of light, or tarot? I mean, can we not offer all of those things at the same time? Like, if there's a way to offer all of them, that would be ideal. If you have to limit yourself, I'm going to say angels and guides. Oh, Julie, is what I attended. Should I speak against it? You can let people know what you experienced. I think you can share your experience. Okay, Chang, yes, be relieved, but also be proactive, man. Be so proactive. Oh my gosh. My friends, from my perspective, I have come to the end of the questions. Did I miss anyone? If anyone's here and did not ask a question, or if I missed anyone, please reiterate the question or ask the question. It is last call for readings, y'all. I am so grateful to all of you. Thank you especially to the members, the moderators, and everyone who helped out with Super Chats and Super Stickers today. I really appreciate all of you. There are links in the description to schedule your private reading with me and to find out more about StarCon and look into getting a StarCon ticket. You can join us in person or online, but one way or the other, you should be part of StarCon, STAARCON. The link is right in the description, so make sure you check that out. I will be back on Monday, and I appreciate all of you so very much. Thank you. Take care.